Hi everyone, I am McDices, and this is probably one of my favorite games that I speedrun. This is Haunting Ground, also known as Demento. I actually did one of these years ago, but I've been doing an effort of redoing the Speedruns Explained for games that are older. I realized the last time I did this video was 3 years ago, and some stuff actually has changed on the route, and I've worked quite hard on getting that route going. I'm going to be giving a safe version of the Haunting Ground New Game Plus Ending A run, as I feel it's probably the best run you can do. And also, as of the making of this commentary, I am preparing for the GDQ Halloween hotfix. So, anyway, I hope you're all going to enjoy it, and let's hop right on into it. Howdy, you dude, hope you're doing good. So Haunting Ground is a neat game because Haunting Ground is a spin-off of the Clock Tower series. Now, first thing is to note the console version that you're playing on. Ideally, you want to be on a PlayStation 3. There are currently legal Japanese PSN copies. That is the best way of running it. If you have a backwards compatibility PS3, you can do that as well, but do understand that you want to be on a PS3 to some degree. There's an emulator category, but it's not nearly as round. Most people tend to run Japanese PS3 because that's kind of the, that's where all the action is. Anyway, the game starts off pretty standard. It is your, it's a clock tower styled horror game, and we're not gonna have too much just yet, until we're clothed after all. There are bonus outfits. While they are fun for marathons, you're not really going to be using them in an actual run if you're trying to go for record, or if you're trying to save a reasonable amount of time. The reason why is because it takes too much time, and the benefits aren't really all worth it. You may have noticed I kicked that door there, and I opened this one. Why? Doors that open outward, you can kick, and it's faster. Doors that open inward, you cannot kick and you must open. As well, in the early game, I stopped running right there, because that's going to allow me to preserve stamina for an upcoming fight. In addition, I'm going to open up this door, because I'll be coming back here later. I am on a PS3, yes, this is the PSN version. This is on a console. Anyway, this is Debilitus. The way this fight's going to go is you're going to ram him 4 times. That's going to be R1 square. You're just going to mash this. You're going to keep an eye on how he moves. This is the best movement where he goes straight back. Make sure you go as fast as possible, and then you go down right to make sure you don't get hit by him. Getting hit by Debilitus is incredibly bad because you get a big knockdown. It's not the end of the world, but keep that in mind. Random shouting with the Prime game for 39 months. It is much appreciated. Enjoy the emotional decision. Thank you. Right now on the panels, you must make all these words. First word is meth. This will kill the golem. You need this immediately. New Game Plus is going to have you do all of these. Adamus. This is going to be your stamina throughout the game. Powder. This is going to be used on the final boss. Morrigan is a safety strat. You can do it if you want to. It is not required. It will make you invisible, which is good for encounters. You need salt, sulfur, and mercury for a mid-game puzzle. You need all 3 of them, so make sure you make them now. And you are going to need RRL for a golem puzzle later in the game. All of these are mandatory. The commentary, I'm playing this as we speak. This is all my actions as we speak right now, yes. This is I'm commentating while playing. As always, I don't really give directions on where exactly to go, and it is Random Shadow. I'm also giving commentary, and hope you're doing great today. Thank you very much for the 39 months once again. Anyway, give the meth to the golem. The golem will immediately die of his meth addiction. It's a cold world out there, so don't do meth, Chad. If you're learning anything from watching this, don't do meth. It's bad for you. There we go. If you want a fun Easter egg, you can type the word Saltatio, and that'll make the golem dance. It also regenerates stamina. It's not really worth it, though, because you can't skip it, but it's funny if you want to look at it. Alright, so our stamina's back, and we're going to be grabbing a couple of items. You don't need to grab both. Personally, I like to grab both. Also, yes, for anyone who is watching this, whether it be here on Twitch or maybe you're watching this over on YouTube, I do have a full playlist of Speedruns Explained, where I explain all the games I try to run that I feel like are pretty good. As remember, Rachel, I grabbed this one because that is going to give me stamina for later. That's not required, but I like grabbing it, and you must grab this key. Personally, I do think the stamina refresh is worth it because it makes a certain section faster, and it's just kind of good practice to have it. But you don't need that one. The other top runner in this game, Swordfish, decides to not do that, but that is absolutely fine. But I hope you're doing great, Rambo Rachel, today. How's Miss Manel? So, we're being introduced to Luminescence, the blue orbs. If they touch you, your panic will go up, the killer will find you, and you will have a bit of a dizzier screen. Plus, it also stuns you, so don't get hit. I like to ram early here. You need to break this, so ram it. And by ramming early, the ram stops earlier. So it kind of just, you know, ram at the right time. If it doesn't work, you can always do R1 square. That is the ability to ram. Working and lurking, nice. Funny enough, a thing that you can do if you're having trouble learning how to do the rams, the frog costume does give you more ram stamina. So keep that in mind. That is the only costume with a benefit. You don't use it for the whole run though, because you lose the costume in the mid game. So yeah, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good. Alrighty, now it is time to learn about the main mechanic of this game, Huey. A lot of people do not know how Huey works, and a lot of people assume he's RNG. He's pseudo-RNG. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. What does that mean? You'll see. But Huey is mostly manipulatable. Mostly. Sometimes he won't act the way you want him to, sometimes he will. Huey is not 100% consistent, though. But he's fairly consistent. And it's like 70% of the time, every time. You know how that works? Kind of like that. Alright, so this, you're just gonna have Huey attack Debilitus. And now you're out of the prequel, the prelude of the game. You're out of the tutorial. You're now officially in the meat of the game. Alrighty. So, Huey is going to be accompanying us, and you need him for a lot of puzzles. What you do is call him immediately. By calling him and hearing that bark, Huey has resonated command. Understand that whenever Huey barks, he has acknowledged whatever you have told him, and he will usually listen. You need those barks, so watch. Huey. I call him here. Oh, he didn't bark. Huey. Good. If he doesn't bark the first time, I'll call him again, and I'll also call him right here. All of the calls I'm doing and the timing that I'm doing them are very specific. I'm standing by this pillar and then giving command, wait for the bark, he will go up. Like I said, every single bark I am listening for. I must have these barks. They are affirming that Huey is listening to me. I call him there, they'll bring him to me. I'm using that stamina I grabbed earlier, and I'm also using the map I got to get rid of it from my inventory. I'm going to call Huey right around the time he hits that corner. When he hits there, I call him. He'll follow me again, and then he should be good to follow me for a while. If Huey's not following you, you can always call him again. We're going to kick this door in again, because it's closed once again, as well as the salt. There's Huey. Right here, I tell Huey no, and then I call him.
Come on.
Here, there's the bark. He is following me.
Come on.
Good. If he ever seems like he's not following you, call him, wait for the bark.
No. Huey.
Oh, hold on.
Huey.
Huey?
No.
Come on.
Huey.
There we go. Huey's following again. He should be.
Huey.
I may have called him too much. Oh, we got him, okay.
Go, Huey.
Alright, that was a bit messy, but it worked. You want to make sure Huey's following you as much as he can. The no's are because in the early game, Huey is less likely to listen. So telling him no is actually going to be better than telling him yes. Unrewarded praise, or like unfollowed praise, is really bad for Huey. It'll make it so you're rewarding him not listening to you. By telling him no, he's more likely to listen to you in the early game, and you must do that. Anyway, call Huey the moment you get down, and you were going to run to this back corner, and you were going to tell Huey to wait the moment he steps on the pad. Alright, that is the first major Huey section of the game. There's a lot happening at once, and now we're back in action. You must skip these cutscenes. Do not watch them. You must skip that cutscene. Huey actually moves during cutscenes. So, this is a bit of an RNG strat. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'll be showing you possibly both. If it fails, you're going to hide behind the store. But first things first, you are going to be running directly into the corner I'm running, and you'll be crouching. You want to just wedge yourself as deep as you can. Like so. Until this passes, wait a little bit, and then walk out this door. There we go. Once you're in this room, you may start running again. This is actually the ideal strat, and this is perfect. This is what you want to get. If it fails, you'll run back to the previous door I talked about. You'll hide behind that. You'll let Debilitus pass you until the cutscene shifts. And then once that happens, you walk back into the following room and then go. Here, if the music stops, you may ram the door early. If it does not, open the door. I know I'm talking really fast all at once. I'll explain why I'm doing it really quick. But you want to make sure that Debilitus doesn't follow you. So if the music stops, Debilitus isn't chasing you, he lost the scent. If the music's going, you must open both the doors manually, because the music will end right about here. As you can see, music ended right on time. There was so much work I had to put into to find that, and it is a lot of things to do. All right, now we're on the upgrade section. Adamus, Morgan, and Powder. You will always have Adamus and Powder. Morgan is for safety if you're doing this for a marathon. If you're newer to the run, I recommend grabbing Morgan. Morgan is going to help you if any stalkers break the pattern and try chasing you early. You will be equipping all three right here. The items also do not stack, luckily, so you don't have to worry about overwriting the other item. Also, I moved my cursor below RRL because that's going to allow me to get back to using actual items. Adamus gives you the stamina, like I mentioned. Morgan gives you earrings, which make you invisible. And Powder is for kicking. Your kicks become stronger on RNG. Anyway, now we have saved a lot of time. We're going to be going to the next session. Oh no, I'm being chased by Debilitus. Whatever will I do? Guess what? This is a puzzle room. So, whenever a stalker chases you into a puzzle room, they won't. What does that mean? Where did he go? He's gone. He's not going to chase me here because he's programmed to jump scare me if I solve a puzzle. So we use this fact to immediately get rid of him and also getting a free drop underneath there because I had to do both. You're going to be kicking this gear 3 times. By the way, the kicks are the reason why you don't want the cowgirl outfit or the whip. The whip is an awkward way to kick, and the cowgirl outfit's a really slow kick. So you need regular kicks. Right? Okay, right now is one of the make or break sections of the run. What's going to happen is I need to lose Debilitus again. The easiest way of using this is what we call a escape point. The game has a lot of these throughout the, the game, which is, hey, you're being chased. If you come to this spot, the killer will automatically be defeated, and then you can run away. So what we're going to do is I want Debilitus to follow me the whole time. As well, I want to make noise, and I want to make sure he is going to be on my ass. If you lose track of him, that's really bad. Now, the moment I open this door and run through it and enter the next room, I'm going to be spamming Huey. I need Huey to be in this room. He might be in the room, I don't know yet. It looks like he is. Fiona's looking. But I need to physically see Huey. There he is. So if Huey's in the room, go to this corner. This will immediately get rid of Debilitus. Do not go to this corner if you don't have Huey in the room. He needs to be anywhere in the room. If he's not in the room, check that door adjacent. He usually is trying to follow you there. As well, we're going to have Huey follow us here because we're running back down because we need Huey as well. But now we've done 2 birds, 1 stone. Debilitus is no longer chasing me, and Huey is back with us. Huey does get lost if you're not careful. What I do to get him out is I say no, and then I start running again. That sort of manipulates Huey's AI to come out faster. If that door is not open it while Huey follows you. It's a good time. Otherwise, if the door is open and Huey is following you, make sure he's following you. Make sure Huey affirms a command and you are seeing him before you exit the next screen. The screen jumping here is very important to understand, because if you don't let Huey come to the previous screen, he won't follow you to the next one. Huey may only ever be 1 screen behind. I stand right at that point where I see the ... in this corner. I say go to Huey. He will go into the hole always. If you're not standing right where these ... are and right at these points, these are not going to work. So you're wondering, why aren't the flowers working? You're not standing in the right spot. It is very particular right there. You need to see that ... You need to be looking at the flower, and I usually do 2 for the flower. I also run back to the opening. I call Huey, and then I run back. Why did I run back to the opening? Huey is hyper-specific. It is all very noted that I'm doing it for a reason. Huey is now following me. And I need Huey for one more thing right now, which is I'm going to need Huey to go into this hole. I'm going to call Huey one more time. I'm going to stand right here.
Go, Huey.
He's doing it. And Huey is now done for the rest of Debilitus. So I need Huey to be there because there's going to be a puzzle where I need a key, and the only way to get that key is by 1, having the flowers, and 2, by having Huey in that hole. You must have both of these. Do not kick this door while it is slightly faster. Debilitus will chase after you if you do it, more often than not. Keep in mind, just because I've escaped the enemy does not mean I've escaped the enemy. He is currently just kind of far away, he's respawning into the map, and he will absolutely chase me if need be. I walk right up to where the key is, I look at it, call Huey, he will grab me the key, it is considered in my inventory, and now I head back. And Huey is gone for the rest of the level. That's one lab, I hope you didn't get it, eh? Alright, chat, now I have a moment to chill, and I think you're looking at a moment of when I play Haunting Ground, just how much I have to consider. I think a lot of people who watch me do this game don't really understand how much goes into it mentally and what I have to be keeping in mind with Huey. I don't normally talk that fast and that frequently for the amount I have to do. But Haunting Ground is one of those games that absolutely just has a bunch going on at points you don't understand. Like now, it's a simple running. But yeah, the amount of micromanagement that went into the Haunting Ground run and trying to get this run going was immense. Right now, we're actually pretty chill for a moment. Like, I have a moment to just sort of relax. We will be gearing up for a puzzle in a moment. However, that puzzle's not going to be innately understandable. But I can explain right now. So we are now on the major puzzle for the level, also known as the Moonlight Puzzle. Every boss has two puzzles right before them, which is the regular puzzle and the, like, killer puzzle. Turn this till you hear the click. Easy. When you hear the click, you're done. That's it. It's 3 right. Sounds complicated? It is, but when you kind of get it, it's a lot easier. Yep, Huey routing. Again, I take a lot of pride in the Huey routing I did for this game. Huey routing is important. Remember that door you opened earlier? Here it is. I opened it now, and now I can quickly use the key I got from the one that Huey grabbed, and that opens this. Okay, so there is a minor trick you can do here. If Debilitus is extremely aggressive, you can utilize him to save time right here. This only works if he's right on your ass. Oh, he might be, actually. If you hop on the ladder, the moment that Debilitus, the moment you're starting the ladder animation, if Debilitus hits you, you'll fall down instantaneously. Otherwise, you're at the top of the ladder, you will also be knocked down, but you'll be in panic. The thing is, when do you go for it, when do you not? Debilitus has to be right on your ass. By the way, running all this way is surprisingly faster than going the way I came. A lot of people assume, wait, you're going a longer way. That must be slower, right? No, this way is weirdly faster. Like, really faster. Going this route saves 14 seconds than going the way I came. It's weird. I don't know why, but I had a feeling it was faster, and then we timed it. It is 14 seconds faster. It's dumb. But consider that Debilitus doing that strat as well does save you time. You get it immediately. It just don't go for it unless you have to. And again, the strat's really easy. The moment Debilitus is about to hit you, climb the ladder. Back. Welcome back, Spectacular. Oh yeah, well, I'm really good. Like, I'm really good at just micromanaging the stuff, and I like talking to chat. Lord this up. All right, now we're at an easy section. This is going to be the box puzzle. What's the idea behind it? It's boxes. Ooh. Okay, box puzzle is really easy, and for a lot of people, like if you're doing a marathon run or you just want a moment to relax, this is absolutely also proud. Nice, Spectacular, nice. You're gonna start by pushing this green box on the left staircase. You're gonna need this one to get to that silver box, and because that is the only way to get there. So you must get the green box in position because you are going to be getting this on the way back. Push it right in front of the hole. Okay. After this, you're going to be using the other staircase. The staircases are on opposite ends, so go this way. I don't think it really matters which way, but I'm pretty sure this way is faster. I've never really checked the difference, but it feels like it's faster. You're going to start by pushing this orange box 2 forward. You want it against that wall because you're going to need it there for later with all the puzzles, and you're going to be pushing this orange box right in front of the other orange box after the gap. The reason why is you need the silver box to be on the first gap. Alright. Now you can get the green box again. The puzzle's really easy. Match the colors. That's it. With the silver box, guess what? Now I'm going to be able to do this. Also, be careful about where you're pushing it. You can get stunned. Also, while I'm holding this, I'm going to be changing my movement to go up left once the camera changes. I want to make sure it still moves. Like that. By doing that, you can keep the movement going. If you hold the same direction the whole time, what's going to happen is you're going to stop moving. The whole thing is you're going bottom left, or yeah, bottom left on the stick, going up left afterward. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. You can just readjust. In fact, sometimes it doesn't work every time. It's not major. Also, the reason why you only moved it 2 is because after moving this whole thing, I'll now move the other way back. It does not make sense to move the orange box until you've done this one, because while you're here anyway, you need that gap anyway. You're not going to be able to complete the orange box until silver is done. So that's why I just move it 2 forward. Also, I had to push it 2 forward because I'm moving it out of the way of the silver box. Hey, thanks for the follow. This part's really chill, like I mentioned. Like, I use this part to, like, if I want to check Twitter, if I want to check my phone, if I want to, like, you know, like, check mod chat, if I want to do a bunch of stuff, like, this is the... Oh! Got greedy. Move it 2 and then move it in the hole. I moved it 1 too many. I'm getting too distracted here. A wee bit. Oop. Not bad. It's recoverable. It's minor. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Once you're done that, you go down the stairs. Guess what? Hey, remember these? That's why we did the one earlier. Start on the right side. You're going to drop the item in there. And at the same time, you should be able to just immediately do it. It's going to be 2 to the right. You're going to unlock this door. You don't need to open it, just unlock it. And then you move this one 1 to the left. All right, and now you've done the puzzle for phase 1 of Debilitus. Alrighty, phase 2. I recommend making a save here. You're going to need practice both on the Debilitus fight, and you're going to need practice on the puzzle. What's the puzzle? It's lethal. Okay, so it's easy. You need Huey normally, but we know the answer, so go right. Do not go towards the center at all. Cut towards the middle. Go left. When you get better at the run, you can get greedier, but this room is a death plane. If you try running straight forward, you're not going to save time. You're going to die immediately. I'm running right, middle, left for a reason. I'm not just doing it because it looks cool. There are holes there. You will fall in them, and it's an immediate death. Okay, now it is time for one of the toughest fights in the game, but I think this came after the, again, a lot of the manipulation. Yeah, I haven't updated mine in 3 years, so it needs updating. Okay, this is gonna be big. 1, tell Huey to be quiet. Tell him to wait. Then you are going to go to this left one. You're going to tell Huey to wait again. If he goes for a ram, you're going to stand right here, wait for him to ram, and then you're going to run forward. You'll ram it, have him break the left one, and then you go to the right one. He'll punch. Okay, I golded. Oh, I am going to be on Halloween for this, XD. Also, I run the GDU Halloween show. Chat, let me break down that fight for you. There are 3 things Debilitus can do. He can ram you, he can punch you, or he can grab you. A grab is bad. Also, same path back. You're going to be going left, towards the middle, right, up, and then back to the middle. And then you're going to be going to the door at the top of that puzzle. You'll see where I'm going. But if he punches you, that's best RNG. You want to be standing there and let Debilitus break it. If it does not break, you have to get him to break it. It makes the fight much faster. Getting a ram isn't bad. It's very consistent, and you can aim where he rams. You just have to focus on the timing, and it's something you really have to pay attention to. He'll be very consistent. A ram is risky, but it's very consistent. The second one as well, he'll usually punch a ram. If he rams, just stand behind the pillar, and he'll try to charge into you through the wall. If he grabs, mash buttons and tell Huey to help you. You need to do that. He will kill you otherwise. Alright, now we're sick, and we are on Stalker number 2. This is the Daniela section. Also, I actually did run this game at a GDQ. I ran it at GDQ 2021, and this is arguably one of the best runs I feel like I've done. It was pretty good. Some shenanigans did happen, but I absolutely wanted to be able to make sure I had a run where I can kind of explain more for the YouTube side, and for all of you on Twitch chat. Also, I am doing more practicing, because like I said, I'll be running this on the Halloween hotfix. On this section, you are poisoned. You're not able to run. If you're wondering why aren't I trying to run, the game won't let you. You're considered to be sick, and you need to make sure that you're getting better. So you're going to be going back to your bed. Once you're here, you'll be beginning the next section. But you're wondering, hey, why did I do half that shit you told me to do? Okay, so we're being chased by Daniela. Guess where I need to go? That's right, back to that door I tried to unlock. What's the fastest way there? Through the piano room. Oh yeah, Manicore, never forget. So, this time we can take this way back. And I only had to unlock the door I talked about because there's an RNG chance the door is going to be open for you, or closed for you. So, don't open the door because realistically, 1, it's going to be a slow open if you do it. 2, it possibly won't stay open. This way, there's a random chance the door will stay open. So let's see if we get it. You're going to be going back to that, You'll recognize where we're going. We're back towards the plants from earlier. And I don't always talk about directions, but you're going to see where the old area leads and the new area goes. This game does a lot of, alright, you're out of the old area, you're in area 2, you're in area 3, you're in the new spot. So, from right here, if you go to this right door, if you don't remember it, we can kick this open. Sometimes it's randomly open, that's good RNG if you got it, it's not always open though. Alright, also don't worry about Daniela, she's going to be cleaning, she's not going to attack you to unlock the door. You want to talk to her, you can get, "It's cleaning time, Miss." And it's fucking creepy, and I love it. Anyway, unlock this door. Daniela will begin chasing you the moment you're about halfway through the first hallway. Also, kick it, because this is an outward door. In terms of doors, honestly, I can really just say, you can either watch this run and mark down every door that's kicked. I'll tell you when I'm kicking a door, or you can just memorize it. It's a lot of you have to feel it. I don't even remember it every time. Like this door, we can ram it. Luckily as well, since we have Adamus, it's not going to be a huge deal to ram doors. Kicking is actually faster than ramming, believe it or not, because of the animation. But once you are up here, Daniela is gone, because this is her mechanic. It teaches you about mirrors. Guess what? We're not using that. Okay, now for you dog lovers out there, we'll be hitting a part of the game that a lot of you might be happy with. The puzzle here is going to be weird. It's very abstract, but you just see that there's a blue light lighting a lantern. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to simply have Huey follow us. I just kind of need Huey with me in general. I like kicking the door. You don't have to, but I do like doing it. And then you can also do this one. I like to open it sometimes. It depends on mood. Anyway, this luminescent, that blue orb, is going to follow me.
Good boy.
So now,
Come on.
I'm gonna wait for Huey to bark.
Good boy.
Tell him good boy. Don't hit me. Oh my god.
Come on.
Don't let it get that close, by the way. Normally you want a bit more of a distance.
Good boy.
If Huey barks, tell him good boy.
Come on.
If he doesn't bark,
Good boy.
do it again.
Come on.
You may be wondering, why am I doing this?
Good boy.
This is the only time of the run I get to properly train Huey. As I'm running, everything good. It is. Grab that item, you're gonna need it later, and then continue doing it behind this lantern.
Good boy.
That is the only time of the run you get to train Huey.
Come on.
Alright, and now I want Huey to follow us. This part of the run is very risky. I'm going to give you where I normally like to call Huey. This is not 100% consistent, but it's accurate. Make sure you call Huey in that first room. He should follow you. There, he's following me. You don't want to call him here, because she might hear it. Calling him here is not the end of the world. I like to do it when he enters. Preferably, you would want him to not be called, but calling him there's not bad. In this next room you're about to see, this one, do not call Huey. Do not call Huey in here. You can call Huey right here.
Huey.
If you call Huey in that previous room, Daniela normally wants to attack you. I don't know why, she just does. And then I like giving Huey one more call right about here. This is bad, maybe. I think we're being chased. We'll see. If we're being chased, you're gonna see why Morgan's good. Okay? Huey followed me. Okay, remember salt, sulfur, mercury? Doesn't matter the order you do, but I like going to the top. You're going to be putting one of them in the left, one of them in the right, and then once the second one is done and in there, you can just put in the third one anywhere in the room you want. There we go. As long as Huey is in the room. Huey must be in the room for this one to work. Anyway, what happens now is we can now climb the ice ladder. There's going to be a key up here that's going to let me go to the next puzzle, which is going to kind of shift the map around. This is actually one of the major changes from the old route. Everything really with the Huey RNG is some of the changes from the old route, I think. Like, I don't think 3 years ago is nearly as good as the Huey management as I am now. As well, if Daniela chases you, this is why we have Morgan. Normally, if you don't have Morgan, one's dead. You have to reset. You're not going to get away from her.
Come on.
Alright, we're good. So that was a Luminescent. If Huey's growling, that could be bad, but we're getting chased by a Luminescent. Do not get hit by them. Your run will die if it happens. But you're going to be using your second key now to open the right door. This is the differences room. Touch nothing except for the twins. Hit yes on them. And then you're also going to be touching the hourglass. Only these two. Anything else is either a waste of a time or you die. Alright, have Huey follow you again. What this is going to do is this is going to open up the color panel puzzle, which Huey is then going to be needed for this. So make sure Huey follows you. If Daniela is chasing you here, you can actually get rid of her in the puzzle room. So just keep that in mind. If Daniela just chased you randomly, you can actually get it right here. I stand in front of yellow and I tell Huey to go. He might...
Go.
There he is. Oh, good. All right, a bit janky, but it worked. Normally he'll go straight to yellow, and if he goes to yellow first, call him to blue, and then you got it. That was not a bad one. We got this key. Now, be very careful here. If you hit the luminescence, your run might die. Ideally, you want to avoid it. You can't always get what you want, though. I got very lucky there. That's very good, in fact. Avoiding the luminescent is nice. I'm on a weird luminescent pattern, but if you get hit, Daniela might spawn. If she does, your run might die. But if you have Morgan, you can still keep it going. Alright, so now we can open this door. We're going to ignore the first key we have, and now we're going to go to the second key every time. And we're going to be getting a mandrake. Mandrakes make you nervous and scream whenever you grab them. Hey, what's that item I picked up earlier? That's right, I picked up, I think, lavender. What lavender does is it reduces your panic. Fiona will be tripping, and she's not going to be in good shape, so you need to make sure that happens. Oh no, Daniela spawned. Don't worry, this is intended. So, Daniela's spawning, like I mentioned earlier. When you have puzzle rooms, enemies will not go into the puzzle room. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ram the store immediately. Now, I'm going to do some weird movements. You must do this. I go right, I go left. I want to lure the luminescent away from me. Touching that luminescent will kill your run immediately. Daniela will follow you, and now you can give the mandrake to this guy. And you may enter the crypt. Alright, and now, RRL. Earlier in the game I made this. You're now going to give it to the Golem, and you're going to hold down circle the whole time to make him run faster. So, I hope you all have enjoyed it. Yeah, there's a lot of micromanagement in this run. There is so much you have to be aware of, so much you have to do. Like, it's kind of wild that you don't really notice how much I'm, like, doing when I run this game, but I do so much, and it's all come together for this. But this is a chill moment. Like, again, I use this moment to check Twitter. I use this moment to, like, you know, I can do stuff. This is a moment to take a breather. RRL is needed because what it's going to do is it's going to put the golem... Where'd my phone go? What the fuck? It's going to put the golem onto the meth, and then the golem will die to the meth. I don't know where my phone went. Weird. Oh, but oh, there it is. I found it. Alrighty. So now you can run through. You're going to take the same path. Right. Right. Left. The RRL. Okay, now you're going to be opening up the water room. What's going to happen is you must absolutely not kick this door. You're going to think about it. Don't do it. It will not save you time. Why? Daniela can still spawn here. If she spawns, your run is over. Do not let her spawn. Okay, so the actual crypt puzzle at the end here, to reduce the water. I'm not going to tell you the answer because, honestly, quite frankly, I don't know the answer. The answer is top 1 right, bottom 2 right. Ignore mid. There. You have it right, it'll be this. So top 1 right, bottom 2 right. Ignore the middle. Alright, so like I said, there's always 2 puzzles before the enemies. That was Daniela's actual puzzle, and now we're hitting her death puzzle. You may ram this door, Daniela is not going to spawn anymore, and if she does, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the death puzzle. I'm just going to say this out loud. Please follow the instructions. Here it is. You are going to be moving red, red, black, red, black, black, red, red, black, red. If you're inexperienced, I recommend turning this off. It means you don't have to memorize it backwards. You kick the sword, by the way. If you are risky, you can leave it on and you can take the same path back. I think Swordfish started doing that. I can do it, but I don't like doing it. It is a very minor amount of time for me not to have to worry about that. Anyway, time for the boss fight. If you make too many mistakes on the last one, by the way, you'll die in 3. Don't make 3 mistakes. Okay, so I tell Huey to attack immediately. That's going to have her get grabbed. And now, depending on how this goes, it can be good or bad. It looks like I got good. Huey, attack again. You want Huey grabbing as much as possible. So you're going to keep an eye out. If Huey is incapacitated, that's bad. There are 2 variables to consider here. You have aggressive Hueys and aggressive Danielas. Right now we have neither of them is very aggressive.
Huey.
You want to tell Huey to attack us whenever he can, though. Make sure you are letting him build up time. Daniela, you just gotta hope she's not going to attack you. The goal here is to get every colored box into its locations. How do I decide? Entirely gut instinct. You just want to get away from Daniela and make sure that Huey has room to attack.
Huey.
Danielle is being super polite to me, by the way.
Huey.
Good.
Huey.
By the way, it's any perfect RNG. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me right now. Okay. Well, Twitch chat, time to spam Ricardo Flick. Ricardo Flick is a meme I have. It is a joke. Spam this, bring good luck. You're gonna need it. So, there are gonna be two strategies here. I'm doing the safe one because I'm doing marathon safety. But really, either one can happen. Make sure Danielle is in the middle when you beat her, by the way. You have to lure her after everything. She died right in the middle. That doesn't always happen. You're not going to get that if, you know... Also, if she's stuck on the ground, talk to her twice. She'll get back up if she's down really long. But if she's kneeling, she'll get up fast. So, right now, we're going to be going to the bottom of this giant tower. And make sure you grab the key. If you don't grab the key, you're going to have to walk all the way back up, which is bad. Also, like I said, you're crossing this once again. You can take the same path, or you can take no path if you decide to disable it. That's why I like disabling that. So, Ricardo Flick is one of the hardest sections of the game. I have nicknamed it that because, yeah, I like the Ricardo meme of, you know, that you got that dance, and also Ricardo is a mean man. There's my famous GDQ Cardo, where Ricardo decided to bully me for 5 minutes. So... what's going to happen is you're going to have to immediately lure Ricardo so you can immediately get rid of him. First things first, when entering this room, ram the little homunculi baby. You need them gone. If they grab you, they will alert Ricardo, and not in a good way. So, when you go in this room, Ricardo's chase shall begin. What's going to happen here is, on New Game Plus, you're going to have the stamina to kick the door. Make sure you kick the door. So walk really into it, I hold forward, and then I kick. That should do that.
Oh, baby.
You want to make sure he follows you into every room. So if you see him, that's good. Every room he must follow. All right, he sees me. Now, if you don't have Morgan, you're going to have to go in the top corner, hide, and hope he runs to the middle. If you have Morgan, however, the game changes a bit. Observe. So I'm going to stand right here with Morgan, and I'm going to turn invisible. By turning invisible, he'll walk into me. That's a Morgan safety strat, and that's why Morgan's also nice. That only works with Morgan. If you don't have Morgan, you're going to have to go into the top corner. Also, I stand right here. I command Huey. It'll always work. It has to be slightly left of the hole. I don't know why. When I'm exiting here, you're going to see the hole against the wall, the corner against the wall right there. You need to crouch there and hope he runs to the middle. If that happens, you got good RNG. By the way, that's pretty good. And thank you, Negatified. Get some good rest. So with that, well, that's how you get rid of Ricardo. It is RNG based because Ricardo's not extremely aggressive. He won't go in the middle. Like you saw, he wasn't aggressive totally at the end there, so I lost him for a little bit, which I lost a couple seconds. I could have saved more time, but it's not the end of the world. Now, do not kick a single door in this section. Do not make noise. You will be quiet here. Why? Also, there's the homunculi will spawn. We'll talk about them later. If you kick any of the doors or make any bad noise, it's going to be bad for you. Call Huey at the door only. You're going to be opening every door manually. You're going to be not making a lot of noise. Hopefully Huey will follow you. He should. If not, you may call him. I recommend making a save here, by the way. Alright, he's following. Why no noise? Ricardo is hypersensitive to noise. If you kick a single door, Ricardo can spawn. Every time. You're going to open every door here manually. You may kick this homunculi. You get a powder explosion. That's actually really good RNG. You may start calling Huey here. There is a rare chance where Ricardo will just spawn. It's incredibly rare. If you get it, people are allowed to laugh at you in front of the audience of GDQ. And in general. I'm not salty or anything. Okay, this is going to look weird, but we're gonna need is a graveyard key. It's gonna be a key in this graveyard. So instead of going right up to the graveyard, I'm gonna be really back right here. This exact spot works every time. Swordfish found this actually, and calling Huey there will make him immediately go after it. It's incredibly fast. And now you have rocks. Make sure you ram the homunculi if he comes after you. You do not want to get grabbed. You will lose time for every ram you have to do, but you keep your run alive. By the way, this run is by no means going to be good, and it doesn't matter if it's going to be good or not, because I'm finishing it either way. So, we have to make 3 rock upgrades. Right now we have base rocks. You may have noticed these giant machines throughout the game. We're going to be going to all of them. Keep your ears perked. You must have them fully available. That one's going to be the second one. Do not go there yet. If you hear thunderous little footsteps, you need to be aware and looking around. You'll know what it sounds like soon. They normally spawn roughly where I'm at. One just dropped. There he is. Alright, we got 1 ram. Okay, that's good. You do not want them grabbing you. You probably have maybe 1 to 2 grabs before Ricardo spawns in. The first one is going to be this room. You're going to put your rocks here. No, don't charm Ricardo here. No! You must do these in order, by the way. Don't think you're going to be cute by trying to do it out of order. The rocks don't upgrade that way. They only upgrade in order. How's it going, Jew? Hope you're doing good today. Okay. Every room you exit, every camera change, keep an eye out. You must be hyper aware of your surroundings during this portion. It can go really bad. I hear the feet. It looks like they're going to be coming on me on the third one. That's fine. The second one is going to be in this big room. You may have noticed it already. If you did, good job. I'm proud of you. And nice, Jew. I hope you had fun. Okay, here's number 2. And then number 3. Now, what you're thinking, hey, didn't I see one of those earlier? Yes, we're going back to Daniela's section of the game, funny enough. We're doing a little bit of backtracking. Did Huey hit me? Fuck it, it worked. RNG, but it worked. Screw it. Huey hit me. I don't see that very often. And then he hit the guy. It worked. Anyway, you're going to go to this door, and that will allow you to unlock the previous section. Always run a little bit lower and then up. It's a very awkward angle. You'll probably bonk there a few times. That's a-okay. I don't see Huey hit me often. It's funny. It has happened, but it's very infrequent. Having Huey near you is also going to be good, because he can kill the homunculi. Alright, and from here, you're going to be going back. So, you don't want Ricardo to spawn at all. How's he behaving? So far, so good, but we'll see. How's it going, UK? Hope you're doing good. Alright, last one's right here. You might remember this. Also, try to make sure you're as close to the machine as possible. If you're not right on the position, she'll adjust, and it can be kind of bad. Alright, and now we have the perfect white godstone. This is going to be the puzzle, alchemy and stuff. We're going to be heading back to the very beginning of the section, that major hallway that's had like 3 turning points. Also, keep in mind, even in this section, we don't know yet, Devil Simp, we don't know yet. Even in this section, the homunculi can still come back. Keep your eyes and ears open for those little steps and those little dudes. They must not grab you. It is a run-ender if too many of them grab you. Mainly if they get their scream off. You also can very unluckily get grabbed immediately. They can spawn right on top of you. Anyway, the finale is right here. I don't recommend kicking this door unless you're greedy. If you're a little bit greedy, I mean, you can do it if you want to, but I don't recommend it. Just open the door and you will be safe. As in long go. Okay, so on the statue, you'll be using the white godstone, and this will open the door, and you're officially done with Ricardo 1. And yeah, you're going to be going into Ricardo 2. Ricardo 2 is known as the Forest. The Forest is going to be weird. You are looking out for certain areas, and this is going to be weird to describe in an RNG setting. I'm mostly going to tell you how I do it, but understand this is RNG every time. The answers are going to vary, but you'll kind of have some things that work. Anyway, here we go. Alrighty, so first go left. You'll then be going down. This is always the same. Now, you have 2 directions normally. You pick one. I'm going to go down. You can pick either one. It's not always the same answer. I may have had better RNG. You must commit to it if you choose a way. Nope, that's bad. Okay, so I got a bush. That's bad so far. It was up. There's no guarantee on the route you pick. What's going to happen is you'll be hit with a divide, and that divide will then take you to the next 2 sections. Oh my god, I'm getting terrible RNG here. Ignore Huey, do not pick him up. He's okay, he'll be fine. I'm getting really bad RNG, wow, this is fun. Alright, well, not terrible RNG, actually. So this is the end, you're looking for that corner specifically. If you get that style, you're fine. That's no lyrics. Like, you're looking for that weird hook-in. If you see that, you're good to go. The forest is entirely RNG. It is hard to say exactly how it goes. It just, you'll be aware that some paths work and some paths don't. Honestly, you'll kind of get it more over time. It's hard to explain in one run because you're always going to be getting different RNGs. Just understand the answer's not always going to be the same. Trust your gut. Anyway, command Huey immediately. You'll grab the keys, and now you're going to be hitting one of the toughest sections of the game if you're not careful. This is where we start doing speedrunning skips. First things first, you're going to be dealing with invisible Ricardo. He put don't see Ricardo juice in your eyes, now he's invisible. So, what am I going to do? Well,
Huey!
tell Huey to attack immediately. Do it immediately. Avoid the first pipe, go to the second pipe, and go like right up to the upright corner. Pick it. You're grabbing this item, you must have it. Getting hit is okay. Have Huey follow you. You must have Huey following you the whole time. You need him with you. It's super important.
Huey!
Thank you, Lyrics. I'm doing some commentary right now. All right.
Huey!
So, how does this work? We have to climb a tower to the top. Ricardo's gonna be chasing you the whole time. How do you get rid of him? We're gonna do a minor trick. I don't know if it's intended or not, but it's gonna be really cool. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to spawn in Ricardo by going up this ramp and hitting near the top. Ricardo is now spawned in. I'm gonna be going immediately back down. But why not go up? I'm gonna go back 2 screens and then back forward. So watch. 1 screen, 2 screen, and Ricardo's gone.
Huey!
Make sure Huey is following you.
Huey!
He's going a bit slow. That will always get rid of Ricardo. I don't know why it works. It works. Huey is being a terrible dog right now. This likely won't be a world record, but we're gonna keep it going anyway.
Come on!
Huey! There you are. Yeah, oh my god, Huey is awful. Do not do anything until Huey is past that little bottom right bridge. Why?
Huey!
If Huey does not pass that, you cannot make it. You need Huey to the top, and Huey won't be able to pass it. If you pull it early, Ricardo will attack you, and the run will die. It is very based on Huey, and this is where the RNG starts kicking in. How's it, quesadilla? Okay, once you hit about that middle point of this bridge, you're going to dive backward. R1 will do that. That jump scare is always there. You can cancel the animation of falling by jumping backward. You only need to jump backward. Also, we're going backward anyway, so it works. You're going to go down again 1 screen and go back up. Guess what? It gets rid of Ricardo again. This will work once every time.
Huey!
By the way, you still need Huey to follow you. This is kind of where the RNG of Huey pays off, or doesn't pay off. I'm getting very rammed by Huey, in fact, metaphorically. He's not being the best boy.
Come on!
Okay, so last one. We're pulling that gear for the luminescence. This is going to be the luminescent bridge. As you can see, there's a lot of them right there, the blue dots. I'm going to do a very particular movement. You will want to follow it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the right corner of the bridge, and then I'm going to walk up.
Come on!
Until all luminescents are following me. When I hit the other end of the bridge, I'll then run to the opposite end. And then you have avoided all luminescents very cleanly. It's much better than having to draw them very far away or have them expire, because Ricardo spawns very shortly upon entering that area. You'll actually hear him spawn right about now. There he is. Okay, now dog RNG again. Huey at least is following me this time. So, you're going to stand here and you're going to tell Huey to go while looking at the one that lights up. So this is strat I actually made up because I watched Catlink play this game casually. Once Huey's on the light, you're going to tell him to wait. You're going to run between these 2 lights, tell him to wait again, and then you're going to go. This makes him very consistent. He will usually follow orders if you do this. Otherwise, if you don't do the twice, he has a chance to move, and your run will die immediately. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Stay.
Once again, now once you hit the middle one, you'll tell him to stop again. And now,
Go!
tell him to go to the new one. This time, you're going to tell him to stop once. You don't have to do it twice, because you should be able to make it.
Stop!
If you're feeling like it might go bad, you can do twice. Make sure you're on this, and then tell Huey to go to the middle.
Go!
Make sure you do not move during this, or else it'll ruin the puzzle. Anyway, really easy puzzle when you get the hang of it. It is quite easy. And then last but not least, for Ricardo's section, we're going to be having the boss fight. You can see that his puzzles are kind of weird. He has a lot of puzzles and kill sections, because he's the kill section. So. Alrighty, but I hope you enjoyed Ricardo, because Ricardo is risky. Alrighty, so what's gonna happen is you need Huey to follow you for 1. You're going to be kicking this rock 3 times. This is how you win the boss fight. You need to prep the boss fight early. Next, you're going to be using the item you got earlier, and you're just going to mash confirm in the middle. That will make a bridge. Alright, now we're going to tell Huey to follow us. Here's a minor thing. When you approach the hole, walk and tell him to go into the hole. Otherwise, that will happen.
Huey!
There, he barked. Huey, go in the hole. And Huey does not go in the hole, the run is dead. Alright, there we go.
Huey!
That's fine.
Huey!
You want Ricardo to be roughly in the line going up to this. It's hard to see because you can't quite see Ricardo.
Some go.
Huey!
Come on.
Huey!
You want him to be right there. It is RNG on both Huey and Ricardo. Sometimes Huey doesn't listen, sometimes Ricardo won't listen. So it is all good. Anyway, since the run is properly dead, I'm going to have some little fun here. I'm going to show you an older man sucking off a younger man until he dies. This cutscene only happens on New Game Plus, funny enough, so go wild, have fun with it. Nah, it's all good. Not all runs can be record, but this run would have been like a 50. This run would have been like a 57, like 30 probably. Like at minus 1 minute from the total time we get at the end, because this cutscene takes about a minute. But this would have been a really good run, all things considered. And even for a commentator run, this is really good. Anyway, here's a little bit of fun. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do it now. I almost said an amount of subscribers that will increase to the next level.
But now, I will have your ashes. You have not died in vain.
Right, I can't believe it. Anyway, there's the suck. By the way, you don't have to watch this. I do it because I'm dumb. Alrighty, so back to the actual run. Trust me, I'll save it, man, if you don't watch that cutscene. What you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be running down the entirety of this tower again. So it's gonna be kind of funny. It's mostly repeating the hits, but there's gonna be something neat this time. So this time, all you're gonna have to do is go down. Although, you remember last time I did this, I ended up pulling a couple of the levers. I ended up pulling a couple of the, you know, the levers, the activation switches. You only need to pull one. The first one activated that bridge right there. I'm already past that bridge. So, you may be wondering, do I need to go back? You see, for this one, you don't have to go back for it. Just keep running down. That top one, you don't have to pull again. You already did the job. That was for you to cross to the top. It's not for something you need. So ignore it. 2. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be pulling that lever right there. This is the first one you pulled. Have a good night, Roz. Get some good sweeb. How's it going, Eloquent Potato? Hope you're doing good. You can actually abandon Huey. Don't worry, you don't need Huey anymore. Huey is done with the game. He's not done, but it's funny. We're going to do a glitch that spawns Huey back, so... Alright, Huey, you get to have the tower. You own the deed. It's all you, man. Alright, we're gonna go down to the bottom of the tower now. This is kind of the moment of, like, you're able to be kind of more chill, relaxing. And one thing to understand here that's very minor is you're gonna be going to the right door and you're going to ram it. Or you can kick it. But make sure it's the right door. If you do the left door, it's not going to work. These things happen. And then from here on out, you're just running across the bridge. Not too shabby. And it's fun because now we're going to massively break the game. In only mode, feel free to do it. If you're in Twitch chat, spam grill for the good times. Or sad cat. Anyway, here it is. Ram the store, or kick it. You're now in the final area of the game, the final building. What's gonna happen here is we're gonna do a glitch. For those of you who play this game casually, you might know that this is the part where old and young Lorenzo chase you, and it is quite risky. So what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna go downstairs and we're gonna get the candle immediately. If you keep moving too far forward, you will spawn in old Lorenzo. You do not want him spawned. You'll kill the run if you spawn him in. You must not have him spawn to do this. So, grab the candle, run up. What we're going to do now is we're going to be kicking the right jar. Our vase. That's going to summon a luminescent. So, the game has luminescents programmed as stalkers. So he counts just like Debilitus, Daniela, Ricardo, and Lorenzo. What does that mean? If you stand right here, it is considered that Lorenzo is chasing you. And now you are able to pass this door. As well, there's going to be a few moments with cutscenes where Lorenzo is meant to be spawning in. For example, he's going to attack you in this hallway. What happens when I skip this cutscene? There's no Lorenzo in this hallway. What happens when I kick this machine 3 times, starting the old Lorenzo boss fight? Well, Lorenzo never spawned in. So what happens is instead, Huey comes back. That's it. You just get Huey back. And now you've beaten a boss. And now we are going to the final boss. The final boss is geared to make you mostly understand what's going on with the game. So if you know where to go, and you don't go to any bad rooms, it's very easy. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is get the staff. That is it. So, do not go in any rooms barring the ones I am entering. If you go in any other rooms, you'll get chased. I recommend making a save right there. That'll be the save before the final boss. Now, make sure Huey is following you, and you're going to talk to this. Thank you, Roz. Bark. Good. And now make sure Huey follows you. You're going to be going backwards, just backtracking. You have the knowledge that the staff exists, and now Huey has a scent or a trail. So we're just going to go back the way we came. And then you're just going to mash confirm on this wall. Alright, guess what? Now we have the staff. Alright, now we can go to the final boss. That's all you needed. We have skipped the entirety of the endgame stalkers just because we used a glitch, and now we know what we're doing. So, you don't even see Lorenzo in the run until the final boss fight. You can't skip him. He actually spawns in. So we will be fighting him. So, now we can finally talk about it. Cock and ball torture. What does that mean? Well, earlier in the game I made powder shoes. What powder does is it gives me a random chance of making my kicks more explosive. This is going to do 6 times the damage of a regular kick. So, I'm going to keep kicking him and hoping that I get explosions. Normally the way to do it is by having the beans spawn in and, you know, kicking the beans and getting fire. By getting all these orange explosions, I am doing a significant amount of damage. I think it's about equal to what fire is. So, you just keep kicking. And you hope to God that you get the proper RNG. Make sure Huey's biting him from the back. If Huey is biting him in the spine, that means he won't attack you for as long, and it does more damage. Just spam kick. I recommend going one more kick than Huey's mounting. But once you get enough damage, you win. That's it. Just pray to God you get the power explosions. This is a strat I made up, and I ruined the category. Isn't that great? Good. There we go. Hold on. That was identical. 1. Alright, good fight. Okay, Twitch chat. So, the fight is not done. We are going to be going to the end game, start going left, and we're going to be keeping a lot in mind. So, it's not over yet. You must escape the castle. This can kill you. Do not think it's over yet. This is very risky. So, you're going to take a really long curve, and you want to ram the door. Delay it, though, so you don't get earthquaked. Like that. See? Now, if you're doing this with high skill, you wait for the earthquake to start, and then you ram. If you want to play it safer, you can do a reverse ram, which is R1 square. That will actually buy you time. You can also crouch. Mash every single button, all the directional pad and all the buttons. Mash as fast as you can. It'll be done faster. Make sure you do the ram, make sure you don't fall down, and then run directly to the end. Guess what? You have now gotten the final boss fight done. Skip the cutscene, go to the door, hit confirm, and GG. That has been Haunting Ground, New Game Plus, Ending A. I would have had a 58.03 roughly. That's a very good run for a full commentary, and that would have been world record if I didn't get shafted by Ricardo. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. We're going to watch the ending. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoy the Marathon Commentary series. On Twitch, we're going to be doing a lot more, and also an Ads About Play on Twitch. I'll tell you about that in a moment, but thank you for watching on YouTube, and here's the ending cutscene. And if you're on Twitch right now, we're doing the ad incentive this month, and ads in play in about 1 minute. Grab a snack, stand up, touch your toes, ad block Twitch Turbo. Consider subbing to the channel. It supports the stream, so. Anyway, that run was amazing, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. God, that... What? That run was cracked, man. For a no reset, that was really good. Like, that was better than my usual runs. Like, that was genuine world record pace. So. That was good. That was really good. And funny enough, I didn't even go for like pure world record strats. I did a lot of safety strats. Like, we'll look at the run really quick. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube continued, let me know if there's any games from my Speedrun.com list that you'd like to see that way. I definitely like doing a lot of these, and not all of them I'm well versed in, but a lot of them I'm able to kind of give that commentary for. And yeah, it's fun. Well, you can tell when I go professional like Dices, huh? You can tell when I'm a little bit more like, hey, this is what's going on. That was in Sonics. Oh yeah, Daniela was a good section. Like,
Huey.
oh yeah. We had a good time. But that was Haunting Ground, New Game Plus Ending A. If you want to actually run New Game Ending A without New Game Plus stuff, all you have to do is, in the beginning of the game, instead of Adamus, Powder, and Morgan, you will make something called Magnus. And then you'll be routing in more of the other stuff, so. No, I'm not doing a Book of Memories commentated run, no. Oh, yes. I say cock and ball torture much more professionally, that's right. That's how you can tell. That's how you can tell. So. Whew, chat, what did you think? What do you think of it? I feel good. I feel damn good about that. Bloodstain's neat. I don't feel like I'm good enough for that game, though. Oh, damn good about that. You know we're going longer, chat. You know we're going more. It's PO Box yet? It's been a single day. No. Alrighty. Let's see. Straight to YouTube. Very enjoyable? Oh yeah, that was a good one for YouTube. Also, IGT doesn't matter. You're not going to use it. We use real time here. The IGT is Capcom IGT, meaning it's fucked up. You know damn well it's fucked up. Doo-doo-doo.